All right, that's there. Check, check. Check, check. There you go. Good. All right. Excellent. All righty. Yeah, the other night, last night, I did it all. And it was funny because when I did hit it, by the time in fact, I hit this fast, it would go boom, but it takes a while to process. So.
I was watching you guys yesterday. I was watching online.
All right, hold on a second here. All right. Might as well get rolling. Oh, that's right. Give me live. And good afternoon from Quincy High Gymnasium. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style from the girls' side. And good afternoon, I'm Jeff Wellman as we get ready on a beautiful afternoon for a great doubleheader. It's not baseball and it's not day and night. It's the Blue Devils playing, of course, in the afternoon against Sterling Golden Warriors, followed up by the Devils tonight at 7 o'clock. They'll play the Warriors too, but they will be from Deerfield. Looking at this one, the Devils come in 3-1 so far in the season. They are, or check that, 4-1, and now 1-0 in the conference. On the other side, the Golden Warriors lost last night, I believe. They're 5-2. No, they are 5-1. 1-1 in the conference. Tell you what, Coach, flip over there. They are 5-1 and 1-1 in the conference there after that last win. And so it's going to be a good ball game. Sterling has got a good squad. The Devils are going to have to play their best. And speaking of the best, we'll pull it over here on the right side. Coach Pettit, what do you think about today?
Well, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, in the Western Big Six, you need to, you know, win your home games. You know, you need to go undefeated at home and then hopefully split on the road. So this is a big game for them against a very good Sterling Golden Warrior team.
Beautiful day out here. If you can't get by here at Quincy High to watch, tune us in right here at Mecca Sports. It's a lot of fun. It's the pregame show. And up next, we'll hear from Brad Dance, our coach's comments, brought to you by the QHS Auto Group. Faith, family, and giving back.
For many, your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiberg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Pre-game show, and of course it's Coach's comments. Brad Dance is with us here for the Quincy High Blue Devils. His comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. All right, Coach, we got the Western Big Six, got one in the book with a nice victory. We got the back bookends with Thursday, Saturday, and Sterling's playing some pretty good basketball this year as well.
Yeah, they've got a big girl that they really like to get her the ball. Their guards are really good as well. They shoot the heck out of it, and they're going to pressure you. I mean, it's going to be a good challenge for us. We're going to have to make sure that we handle the basketball and, you know, be able to try to contain their big girl down low too. So it'll be a good challenge.
Well, and you talk about Alleman. They beat Alleman the other night. Alleman has been one of those teams this last couple of years that we battled with at the top of the conference.
Yeah, you know, Sterling just shot it lights out the other night, and it was, you know, they did a good job, and Alleman couldn't respond, and you know, they played well. I mean, both teams are solid, but Sterling definitely was better that night.
Shooting well. Now, is that inside, outside, or is it three-point is dangerous?
They hit a lot of threes that night. Their big girl didn't do a ton, but she didn't have to because they were knocking down a lot of threes. So, and I feel if we can get out and pressure their guards a little bit and just not give them open looks, I think that'll be a good you know, spot for us to be in, and then our post players are just going to have to defend down low. So, but we can't make sure we can't dive in and just double team down on the post. Our guards have to stay out and do their responsibility. So.
Yep, because as we know, if it goes inside, it comes right back outside, and that's the in, out, and the shot.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, a lot of teams want to do, and good teams do that. And you know, so we can't dive in, and we just got to stay with our assignment, and hopefully, you know, the rest will take care of itself.
And we talk about, always taking care of our own business, offensive and defensively. We've been looking pretty darn good offensively, sharing the ball. Defensively, we got after it, and especially with that long wingspan out front. But that means everybody else is getting in the passing lanes as well. Deflections, steals, really looked good last week and have been looking good. Defense to offensive transition.
Yeah, we've done a good job with that. We tried to shore up some things yesterday on the offensive end at practice, but I like the way that our defense is working. We're getting better at it. We've just got to continue to, move when the ball's in the air, and we do a good job of mixing some things up. And when some different people are in there, we take Chloe can play down low, so that gives us a little different look too, and put Cam at the top, so that changes our defensive assignments a little bit. So it'll be a good challenge for us today.
By the way, Byquist, when she's down in the low block, has been a heck of a job rebounding for a guard.
Yeah, she does. She has a knack to go after the ball. She does a good job. She's an aggressive kid, and she's fun to watch on the court.
All right, we got to bring her up because she hasn't been able to play. How's Emma Bunch doing? Because again, she hasn't had the opportunity in some of these games she could have played. So we're going to give Emma a shout out.
She's doing better. She goes to the doctor on Wednesday to see what the next step is. If you get a chance to watch her on the bench, and she is just full of energy, and I love her passion, and she's just cheering the girls on. She's a heck of a teammate right now, but we're anxious to get her back out there. And
that is so key too. Is when you're sitting on the bench, a lot of teams, especially if you're a really talented player and you're not getting playing time, you get disgruntled. You lose that team concept. So it's so cool, when somebody's down there going, man, I could be playing. Just understand she's part of the team.
Yeah, and she's doing a great job with that. And, like I said, she's a heck of a teammate. So we love having her around.
Sounds like a winner. Well, hey, good luck today, and we'll catch you after the ballgame.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And that's Brad Dance, the coach's comments. And, of course, they're brought to you by QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, it's the Blue Devils and the Golden Warriors at Quincy High Gym and right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
And Black at Blue Devil Gymnasium here, back in black. Is that what I said? I was going that way. We've heard so much AC/DC. And
last night,
yes,
baby.
And Aerosmith in both the two gyms so far this year. Hey, Jeff Wellman and Dave Pettit, pregame show, Quincy High Blue Devils. 6-1 is Sterling's record, 1-1. I was missing a game in there, and of course, we were just talking about the game we were looking for tonight. Deerfield against Deerfield played New Trier last night.
Yep.
New Trier beat them, so they'll come in 3-2. But this is the game, first of all. Band's here, we're here. Pretty good crowd, too, and a shout-out to all those listeners out there. Stay with us. We've gotten working on tech as we talked to you about, walked you through it, and it looks like when I move my lips, the words will match today. So
or close enough.
And just remember, we're radio guys to begin with, and coaches. So if it ever goes to radio only, I got no complaints with that. You'll hear that at the State Farm this year, and that'll be kind of fun. All right, Coach, we got this game up today, and I tell you, Sterling's been playing some good basketball. Coach Jackson has them really on the right key, and last year I was trying to remember in the conference last year to finish the season where Sterling was, and hold on one second here, you just got to pull out last year's stats, which is right here. Sterling finished last year 14-15. Now that was at the regular season. That didn't count postseason. And they were 5-8 in the conference. That followed East Moline, Quincy, Alleman Catholic, and Galesburg. It was 13-1, 11-3, 10-4, 10-4. Well, we've already know the top team is not very good because they graduated so many people. They're like 0-7 already. So you looked at Quincy, Alleman, and Galesburg, but not too fast because this Sterling team beat up on Alleman the other night in that ball game.
What, 59-32, something like that? I mean, it wasn't, a good game, obviously. But, once again, this game is very, very important for the Lady Blue Devils. You got to, win at home. We're 2-0 in the conference, they're 1-1. This is a big game for Sterling. Come in here, if they can win this, tie it up for the top of the conference and go from there. So, but right now, it's like Blue Devils have to defend home court.
And look at those scores from the other night. That's Thursday night. Sterling did win 59-30 on that one. Rock Island 57, East Moline 26. Moline lost to Galesburg 56-45. And, of course, Quincy with the Geneseo win 72-19.
Well,
so
that Moline and Galesburg game, Moline's supposed to be pretty good, too, this year. So that was a good game. And that played at Galesburg? Or was that at Moline?
That played at Moline.
Okay.
And so right now you got Quincy and Galesburg atop the conference at 2-0. 4 teams at 1-1 this early season. Geneseo and East Moline at 0-2. So lots of basketball going. Of course, on the 7th the matchups are East Moline hosting Galesburg, Alleman hosting Moline, and Rocky and Geneseo. So at first glance, Rocky is playing very good since they left here. They've done a great job. Moline Alleman, there's a good ball game right there at the top of the conference. And East Moline Galesburg, Galesburg might have the chance to bounce back on that one.
Galesburg's very solid program, and they've been solid for a long, long time.
As we get ready, the Golden Warriors. Of course, I always wanted to say Golden Knights. You heard me say it. I even looked in my books in the past to make sure I didn't write the Golden Knights. Golden Warriors, of course, they're kind of got that blue and gold, kind of a Michigan look.
Yeah.
Would you say? Blue with all the gold trimmed in white. Devils will be in their home white trimmed in blue. The girls have not gone to the black uniforms, and I'm kind of glad they stay with the blue and the white. That's traditional. So Don O'Brien now to make the call. It's ready for the starting lineup. But first, we're going to have our national anthem, and we'll take this break from our sponsor, Blessing Hospital.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Well, for those out there wanting to hear the national anthem, one thing I did forget, Coach, I played the national anthem and let them play, but I forgot to bring our pods up. So, yep, we're back in action. We should have been in action anyway. So, as we get ready for today's game, let's check our starting lineups first. For the Golden Warriors, they'll start number 3, and it's just Laylee, even though it's Delele Amakwa. She'll start at one guard. Where's number 3? Number 10 is Mia Harris. She's a sophomore. Number 21, Jai James, and she is a junior. Where number 24 is Madison Austin, a senior at 6'3". Let me mark that one there. And number 33, rounding it out, Jocelyn James. She's 6'3" as a sophomore. That's right. I look
5'3". Yeah, she don't look 6'3". Sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what. When you look in the dark here a little bit and you're trying to read, for a second there, you go, "Hey, you know what? They've got a 6'1", 6'3" team. No wonder why they're playing such good ball."
Well, you got the 1 6'3" girl, and then you got the other one that's 6'1", another 6-footer. So, this team goes pretty deep up top. So,
and of course, now we're watching the video of the Devils. Now we can't see it, so even if you shot the camera up there, it's through the scoreboard and through the shot clock. So we'd like to give that to you there, but from our angle, it's not a good angle. Well, you know what? From our angle, but yeah, it still cuts off of the scoreboard there. I had to look at that. I forgot the camera's up above us. And here we go with your Blue Devil lineup. First of all, on the other side, the Golden Warriors are coached by Taylor Jackson. On this side, we'll start off the freshman, Chloe Nicholson. She wears number 24, 6'1". Chloe's with a K, by the way, and I kind of, like Jim Olbert, I ended up giving it a C, and all his kids were K too. And Madeline Hamby, our player of the game from the last game. Great ball game from Madeline. She had 20 points in there. We double-checked it. It was the last basket of the fourth quarter, and I gave it to Brown. Jada Brown wears number 21. She's inside. Jada, right now on the season, is averaging 21 points a game. Miley Loncourt follows up that, number 14. She's averaging 11.4. And then Hamby, who we already introduced, is averaging 10 points a game. Those are your three Devils in double digits. And rounding out that lineup, the senior, Kate Medemeyer. She wears number 12. And, of course, the Devils are coached by Mr. Brad Dance. Brad Bergman, Katie Klopper down there as well, and Coach Grissom.
Well, that's one thing I like about this Devil team. The scoring's been well distributed. You know, you could have any one girl at any night get 15 to 20 points. You know, and I love that about this team.
And, of course, rebounding-wise, they do a good job. We talked about Cam Byquist, how she's getting the rebounds down low. But Jada's in there night in, night out.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Well, we'll see how she does against the 6'3" girl. You know, and, you know, pull her out, then take it to the hole.
Tip goes up. Jada Brown is tipping it down to Loncourt. Oh. Loncourt goes to the floor to get it. Three of the Golden Warriors were there, last touched by Amankwa. It will be Devils ball, setting up the box out of bounds play. Loncourt will trigger. Low blocks are Brown and Medemeyer. At the high post, that means Nicholson and Hamby. Popped out to the corner. Medemeyer. And there's Loncourt in the corner after getting a screen. No good from three. Rebound inside. Last touch. Kate Medemeyer did a good job of getting around the 6'1" Austin. Well, maybe over her, I should say.
6'3" Austin, yeah. It's like.
So I'm trying to shrink her, too. So.
She's long, big and long.
Glad you're with us today. Hope you enjoyed the pregame show. Right side three-point fired up, no good. Weak side rebound, Golden Warriors, no good. And the tip goes over the big girl. Loncourt with the rebound. Miley across the timeline, right side Nicholson. In the high post is Brown. She slides down now. We got a man-to-man, although it kind of set up in a zone, and I'm looking to see if we got a matchup. Well, I thought maybe we had, you know, the old triangle tour boxing one. Not many people use that anymore, I don't think. Left side, Loncourt with the ball. Working to the basket. Left hand on the baseline shot, no good. Tipped out, rebounded. Sterling, good hustle out there. Down the right side, Amankwa kicks it over left side. Three-point shot, good. First shot of the game is James, and she hits the three-pointer for Sterling.
Nice inside, outside.
Got to switch my pencils there. Led wanted to lead me there. Nicholson on the left side through the legs. Man-to-man, skips over right side. Hamby fires from behind the arc. No good. Weak side. Medemeyer was there, but Austin can just reach up at her height. She got the rebound. Sterling down the right side. Amankwa go back to the left side. Into the left corner, quickly back out high. That's James, Jocelyn James with the basketball. Usually the 33s and up are usually post players, but right side, shot three, good. Amankwa hits the shot, so 2 threes start off the game, and that gives Sterling a 6-0 lead.
That's what Coach was talking about at the beginning of the game. Inside, outside, and them shooting threes. You can't lose the three-point shooters.
6 minutes left, first quarter action here at Quincy High. Loncourt, great job driving all the way to the hole. She used Medemeyer, who wasn't setting the screen, but then missed the left-hand layup. That was a sweet move, and I'm glad she used the left, too. Right side, Sterling stopped quickly. Loncourt popped out on James. Ball goes around to the left side. Amankwa, she tries to bring it up. You got to get it way high there. Oh. Now a long three-pointer, a bank off the front, no good. After it hit the backboard, and that was from the big girl. Devils in transition. Pull-up 16-footer. Oh, that's a sweet-looking shot there. Nicholson with a quick pull-up. That was good. You know, she felt comfortable.
You know, our first 3 possessions, we've had 2 balls roll in and out and then had that good look. Keep doing what you're doing. They'll start falling.
Loncourt to trigger it in. A different look, double high on the high post. Nicholson goes out into the right corner. Skips it over to the left side for Loncourt. She was getting double screened by Medemeyer and Brown. Into the left corner, Hamby. Madeline brings it back to the top. Medemeyer, the high-low. Just a little bit too much zip. Now, she did get it up high enough, I think, to get over Austin's head, but she was really trying to force that one in there. Yep. And a good look. The other night, they had such a good job of reversing the ball to the top, and Brown had a good seal, and the ball came in from the top for some easy layups. Sterling in the half-court set, back to the top. Amankwa. She'll send it right side. Here comes a three, fired quickly. Good. Well, they can shoot. James hits her second three in a row, and a quick timeout by Brad Dance, as we'll take a timeout too. The Devils down 9-0 early in this one. You're listening to Blue Devil Basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Welcome back to live action. Devils call the timeout with 5:09 left, first quarter action. Down 9-0. Dance wants to straighten this one out early. We saw that the other night, too. We saw an early timeout down here, and we had basically taken the ball into the corner. Trying to go into the double team to Brown, but Brown tracks down the loose ball. Out to Miley Longcore, 3! Longcore answers the threes from the other side. Miley Longcore, and of course that 3 is brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Good job by the Devils in the corner. Oh, we had Longcore and Medemeyer with a good trap. And I think that the contact was really the defense or the offense swinging her arms around. And that's why when you get her trapped like that.
I saw a couple reach-ins there. I mean, something like that, you just keep your hands up, and you can body up, but you can't reach. And the girls reached.
Shot to the right corner, no good. Rebounded by Hamby. Yeah, and Coach, the other thing is you've already got the inline and the sideline, so you don't need to do too much. Long pass taken away by James. Jocelyn James goes in, stops, no good. Inside, ball bounces around. Getting the rebound inside that time was Jai James. Wouldn't you call that Jai? Or Jay? You like Jay better?
Either or.
Jay, okay. I like a J-A-E, so I wasn't sure. A lot of times, depending on that. We asked earlier, but I got to call her first by her first name because we have a James at number 21 and a Jocelyn number 33. First free throw is no good, so she can hit from behind the arc.
That's what I was going to say.
But can't hit from 15. No, I'm just joking here. I know she's got that touch.
2 for 2 behind the arc and 0 for 2 from the line.
Devils down the basketball halfway through the first quarter. Longcore has it. Lost it briefly. Got back up. I'm surprised that wasn't a travel. Here we go. James, 2-on-1. Missed on the shot. James is there. She misses.
Oh, my goodness.
It goes right over to Austin for a second offensive rebound. Check that. Third offensive rebound. 11-3. Devils are down.
Blue Devil girls didn't get back on transition very well that time.
Yeah, we had the 2-on-1 and not anybody really on the boards. Inside.
Pass.
Oh, great job from the right side. It was to Brown. Brown's ball came off the backboard hard. But this time she takes it down and scores. And she'll have a chance at the old-fashioned, let's put it this way, she has a chance at a blue-collar 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, and to be honest with you, the Blue Devils turned the station there because they got a couple offensive boards on that possession.
Boy, that was a good move to the hole. Nice shot off the glass, and just caught that last bounce and popped out.
Well, we've had 3 or 4 of those at the start of this game to where it could very easily be 13-11.
And we complete the three-point play. Of course, that's brought to you by Woodmart Building Center at 12th and Seminary Road. 11-6, Devils are down. That foul was called on Nia Harris, her first. Second team foul went against Sterling. Ball got knocked out of bounds by the Devils, so underneath the basket, box out of bounds play. Coming from Jay James. JJ, there you go.
Oh.
Austin inside. Oh, and I'll tell you what, Brown was there. She did not commit the foul, so that was key. But Austin got the easy bucket. Got to stop her on that cut. Devils,
good pass.
Left side. And a good pass from Nicholson inside. Hamby took her time to take the shot, but the problem is when you got somebody 6'1" flying down, it's got to be up a little quicker.
Yep.
Good news is Devils got the basketball.
Either that or shot fake and then go up into her, one of the two.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Coach. Morgan Longcore getting in the ball game over there on the sideline. She could play. It was Morgan Weiss back in the day. St. James to Quincy High. Heck of a ball player. That, by the way, that's Molly Longcore's mother, ML1. Ball back in the half-court set. Approaching 3 minutes, first quarter action. Wellman and Pettit. Jakai also here. Mr. Castleman joining us Flipping the video. Longcore on the right side through the legs a couple times. Has to bring it back to Nicholson at the point. Left side Byquist, who just checked in. Cameron shot no good. Tipped out. Cameron hustles down to get it. Cameron with a nice spin move. Off the glass, but then Cameron tracks it down. Good hustle from the sophomore. And a little 8-footer in front of the basket. That's Chloe Nicholson, her first bucket.
Good hustle by Cameron, by Byquist to get the ball out to Nicholson. Nice two-pointer. Oh.
And we really hit the board good on that. From the right side down to the left corner. Shot was no good by Amanqua. Here come the Devils across the timeline. Nicholson right side to Longcore. Nicholson went away for a second, comes back out. It skips left side. Byquist looks. Byquist takes a step through everybody off, and she'll shoot free throws. And we talk about her speed, with and without the basketball. A track star. She went right through the Golden Warriors on that one.
Well, and, you know, basically the 6'3" Austin comes out to try to guard her. You know, she shot faked it and then went right by her and took it hard to the hole.
Jocelyn James called on the foul, her first. Third against the Golden Warriors. Byquist misses the first. She'll have one more. Substitution, Medemeyer back in the ball game. Hamby will take a break, so Byquist, Longcore, Medemeyer, Brown, and Nicholson. 2:26 left first quarter action here at Quincy High. Second one no good, rolls out. Austin with a rebound. Tough time, only one free throw made so far by either team. That's Jada Brown. In the half court set, transition in the corner with a shot. Jocelyn James drills a three-pointer. Four
locate
threes.
the shooters.
Six shots, 4 of them have been from the land of 3. Devils down, 16-8, being doubled up. Left side, Nicholson with it. Looking, Brown goes, but Brown was covered front and back. And the key was the defense, Harris, was fronting her along the way because she knows she has Austin on the lob. Longcore triggered in. Still man-to-man coming from Sterling. Nicholson waves it out and brings it to the right side. Medemeyer comes up, sets a screen. The roll came. Medemeyer pops it out left side. Goes inside. Byquist at a good fake. Byquist got her up in the air. But after she got her up in the air, she turned and missed the shot. And we've got a foul after that. Cameron will commit her first foul. And your second on the Blue Devils.
She just waited a little bit too long. When you got that big girl up in the air, you go up into her, you know, and get the foul.
And I think she was looking at, like we talked, get the head fake, get her up, and then take an easy shot. But like, you know, we just mentioned, get in, make the foul, and maybe we can get her out of the game for a little bit.
Well, they would definitely be a different team, you know, without the big girl in the middle.
Still shooting good from outside, that's for sure. Good job by defense by the Devils with 1:28 left in the first. Triggering on the far side will be JJ. That's Jay James. That's how you solve that problem. JJ to trigger. Nicholson in front of her. Has to come all the way out here in front of the court. Jocelyn James with that, who also could be called JJ the second. Alley-oop to Austin. Little bit high, and it'll come back. And, of course, JJ's over here saying, I thought that was a pretty good pass. She's 6'1", but, again, you've got to still hit that hand. Devils with pressure being applied, full court. Longcore used the screen at half court. Brings it down to the right side. Byquist comes around. Steps around, takes the three. No good. Austin with the rebound. Outlets to the right side. Amanqua comes down to the middle of the court, sends it back to the left side. Austin goes down to the post and plays. Harris is down with her on the other block. Brown to help, and there Harris got the ball after Austin passed the ball from the right block. The problem was it was near her feet. Went out to the corner. Devils were there. Last touch by the Golden Warriors.
Good job scrambling to the ball by the Lady Blue Devils.
You know, I did read about the halftime shooting, and I got to remember how you got to do a sign up there. But also tonight at the halftime of the boys' game, it will be the light show for the Pom Pom squad. I forgot to mention that last night. Here's Brown going all the way from the left side to the right. There you go.
Got to take it to the big girl.
She didn't get Austin on that one, but she got Jocelyn James, who came to help, and that's her second foul. 14 foul against Sterling. That's just almost as good if you can get one of the shooters and the perimeter players out. The official tells her straight up. There we go. Brown hits the first one. She's 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Beautiful weather out there. See, I mentioned double headers, and the baseball weather comes back. It's hoop time. Second one coming, 35.1 left in the first quarter. It's good. 5 points now for Brown. Devils come back in with a 16-10 deficit. Long 21-footer, no good. Goes up, hits the cable. And you almost think you could pull the cable back and tape it up. But then you got a cable above that too. Shot clock's coming the way as well. Could be in use anytime anybody wants to use them as long as there's mutual agreement, but not in playoffs till 2027. So we got 2 years to work on that. We'll see it enough in the shootouts. Across the timeline, Longcore stops, gets her seat set, has a nice shot but comes up short. Byquist kept it alive to Brown. Brown back to Nicholson. Nicholson, 3. Nice touch up there, Chloe.
2. There's only 2. She had her foot on the line.
I saw that. Just as I was calling it, went up in the air, straight back down.
Well, and the official immediately, too.
They were on it. Rick Gingerbarker, part of that squad. I didn't check the other 2 guys. And the last shot of the quarter is no good. So weathering a little bit of storm for the 3-pointers. Devils come out only down by 4, 16-12 first quarter action. It's Blue Devil basketball right on mechasportscode.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiberg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiberg Insurance at 217-224-7774 and let them help build a Pekin insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Dun, dun, dun. I love it. The band's up playing. 1 quarter's in the books here at Quincy High. It's the Golden Warriors of Sterling 16, the Blue Devils 12, but Devils started off down 9-0. 3 trays, 4 in the quarter, 1 by Amanqua, 2 by JJ, that's Jay James, and Jocelyn James, she got 1, but she also got 2 fouls in that first quarter. Devils picked it up though. Point blank, they were there 3 or 4 times and shots rolled off, so they were getting it, but I think we forced just a tad, especially with the big girl playing behind everything.
Great timeout by Coach Dance when you're down 9-0, 2 minutes into the game, reset. From that point on, they outscored them 12-7. And this Sterling team is definitely very good.
Very good ball team here. Sterling starts with the second quarter. Checking our lineup in the 1-2-2. Nicholson at the point, Hamby and Longcore at the high post, Medemeyer and Jada Brown at the low post. And there's a nice steal from behind. Medemeyer getting in traffic was Amanqua. Amanqua starts off with Harris in there, also Austin. Jocelyn James stays in. Good 3-pointer from the top of the key. That's Longcore. She's got 2 now, and that 3-pointer, of course, brought to you by the Woodmark Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road.
Now that was a good shot. She under control, took a dribble over. Nobody came out and guarded her, and she let it go.
Wow, Hamby came out and did a great job of setting a screen, a box out, but the player hadn't come down yet from the floor, and with that, it's going to be 3 shots for Amanqua.
And this girl shoots pretty good from the outside, so we'll see what happens.
Hamby, her first one of the second quarter. And her name is Delali, and I think she just goes by Lali, is what they said, just dropped the DE. So there you have it. First free throw is good. Second one. And that's tough, too, because one thing you don't want to foul, obviously we hate dead ball points, but a 3-point shooter who can hit, foul, and that gives her 3 shots.
And she's got nice rotation on the ball, nice, arm action with the hand that flips it in, reaching into the cookie jar.
I missed the first foul on Madeline Hamby, so she's got 2 fouls to go with Jocelyn James for Sterling. 1 more here for Lele. Third one, no good. Almost hustling down there and kept the ball alive, so Austin gets it for Sterling. Hustling down was Jocelyn James, came all the way out from behind the arc. Oh, and a great job by Medemeyer tipping away. Longcore sends it down to Byquist. Byquist all the way, good. Good outlet there. Byquist tracking it down and hits the bucket. It's 18-7, Devils down by 1.
She used a little bit of that sprinter speed on that one.
I mean, she just goes from 0 to 50 in no time flat. Cross court pass stolen by Brown. Nicholson all the way down. Byquist in. Layup's good. Give Nicholson the assist. Give the rebound to Jada Brown. And the assist to send it down. Devils with a lead, 19-18. 6:48 left in the half. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more Blue Devil basketball on mechasportsco.com.
For many, Your home and auto are two of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Now we'll see how Sterling comes back. Blue Devils, punched them. Now we'll see if they come back and throw their punch.
Now, you didn't give me a chance to name that tune in 3 notes. I didn't have it, by the way, Coach.
I have no idea.
It's pretty good, but I'm going to have to work on that one. We come out of the timeout, 6:48 left first quarter. Check it first half. 19-18, Devils takes the lead. Mark that down, because at 5:09 we took a timeout down 9-0 in the first quarter. Nicholson with a great rebound on the missed shot. Shot was taken there.
Ooh. Over and back almost.
Indeed, Devils got away with one. That's what happens when the trail official doesn't get down there quick enough. Byquist right side goes into Brown.
There you go.
Double team. Out to Medemeyer. Medemeyer was at the high post. Good ball movement, moves the ball.
They need a little bit better spacing on that. Oh, there you go.
Great lob inside. She waited for it. Medemeyer got it up to Brown. It came off the rim again. Good job,
she's had 3 or 4 like that.
That's a good sign. Keep firing. Right side, Jocelyn James gets into that corner. You heard Coach right in front of us say, get out of there. She went down to that dead corner. Kate Medemeyer is going to be called for her first foul. Team foul number 2. Sterling has 0 in the second quarter. Substitution coming in. Out will be JJ. Check to see who came back in for her. Sterling gets it there. You go. Coach tells you, get out of there. Olivia Gibson, number 0, checking in the ball game. Back to the top of the key, Jocelyn James. The 1-2-2 with Byquist at the top. From the 15-footer, Austin no good. Kate Medemeyer with a strong rebound.
I think Austin, you let her shoot from wherever except for underneath the basket.
I would agree with you there. Byquist to Medemeyer, 16-foot right in front of the basket. Off the iron just to the left. It's Byquist right now with Medemeyer and Nicholson at the 2s at the high post. Down low, Medemeyer and Brown. Nicholson and Longcore at the high post. Looking for a little travel. Even the band director called that one.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. But
foul was called on Cameron Byquist. Third team foul, her second foul, so her and Hamby both with 2 in the first half. Throwing it right inside. Oh, my goodness, that was a nice left there on Ania Harris. She went up and got the ball. I didn't know she was left-handed. Maybe she's not, but a nice bank off the board. Sterling regains the lead by 1, 20-19. Nicholson setting it. Sterling staying in that man-to-man. Oh, and skipped it all the way down to the right side. Problem was Byquist left. And the person that caught the ball was Coach Ryan Brown. And he was up today changing the names on the visitor side because during the tournament, now it goes sophomores. And he had to get up. Lep used to do that. And he doesn't like heights. And so Coach Bonas, we were the only ones in the gym. Bonas was giving him a hard time. 5:12 and counting left in the first half action. Devils down by 1. Back on defense with the 1-2-2. Austin setting a screen a little bit with the leg there. Right side behind the arc for 3, no good. Weak side, Harris off her head. Mia Elifritz, who just checked in for the Devils, got the rebound. Nicholson.
Slow down, 1-on-3.
Hesitation, step back. Whoa, that was a sweet move. It just didn't go, rattles in there. Great step back between the legs, creating space. In transition, Golden Warriors. They love this right side. Need to push them to the left a little bit more. Into Austin. She faces up. She goes to the left side. Devils were right there. Elifritz came out to cover. Into the right corner 3. Good. Fired all the way around, and Gibson hits the 3. That's her first 3. 23-19. 4 threes in the first quarter. That's 5 for him in the game. Good transition. Brown to Medemeyer. Most days that's an easy 2-on-1. This time Austin blocks the shot. And with 4:20 left in the first half, Austin gets a break after that block shot. We agree that she needs about a 4-minute, 20-second break.
That ain't probably going to happen.
I don't think so either. Nicholson starts to drive baseline, got hand checked briefly to Longcore. Longcore looked across court. That's a long pass, and Jocelyn James tracked it all the way down. She'll take it in for the layup. No way to be able to throw that ball from the left side all the way to the right side.
Volleyball to volleyball, too far. You got to be lane line and make those passes.
After the Devils got the lead, we've ran off the last couple minutes, and it's been a 7-point run. Coach Dance wants to talk about it. Devils are down with 3:59 left in the half. Sterling 25, Devils 19. It's mechasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And back to the action here after 1 quarter and a half, plus 1 second. 3:59 left in the first half. You know, we got the lead there at 19-18 at the 6:48 mark of this quarter. After being down at the 5:09 mark of the first quarter, 9-0. We come out of that. There was a timeout taken by Sterling, and a wise timeout as they ran off the next 7 points and given 20 seconds there to rest, and that's all Austin needed after the timeout. She's back.
No, that's not Austin.
Oh, that's right. That's the other big girl.
That's the other big girl.
Wow, she looks just like her. Natalie Edinger. Wow, they do match up pretty well. That's a nice lineup. Into the high post. Kate Medemeyer drops it off to Brown, who's triple teamed. It goes to Nicholson. She looks inside. There's a double team in there on Brown. Brown will step out to the left wing. Jada drives. Oh, and a great spin move. And a great left with it. That's a sweet move. You can't let her go one-on-one.
Got the girl on her hip and went to her left hand.
And again, she went away from Edinger inside. Back to the 1-2-2 with Nicholson at the point. Ellifritz pops out to play Dion Jocelyn James just a little late. James drills another three-pointer.
Got to make sure you locate the shooters and make sure you're out on them. Make them put the ball on the floor.
And get them back to about 23 feet, it looks like. I think they still might be able to pop one from there, but the odds and the percentages are definitely lower.
Well, most of their shots have been catch and shoot, and they've been open. You know what I mean? You make them put it on the ground.
Medemeyer and Brown inside, a nice job.
Oh.
Passing back and forth. We missed the shot, but we saved it. Sterling then lost it, and Devils will get it back with 2:54. Substitutions now. Byquist comes back in. Ellifritz takes a break. Medemeyer also checks out. So Longcourt triggering it. Nicholson and Byquist on one side, Brown and Hamby on the other. Ball works all the way around behind the screen. Getting through that screen was Gibson. Back to the left side. Byquist for three, and that was great because Hamby was making a cut, which really set up a screen for Byquist on that one.
Nice stroke. We had a good view of that one straight into the hole.
And brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Go out and see Kevin Vanham and the crew.
Pass it, go.
12th and Seminary Road, by the way, if you want to know where it's at. Good job by the Devils getting the steal. Here comes Longcourt. Stops, kicks it to the corner, but a double team and the lack of moving feet. We've seen it on both sides, and you reach in.
Zero. That was more than a reach in. She grabbed the arm. You know what I mean? That wasn't a reach in.
We make sure the ball comes down, don't we?
Well, yeah.
Gibson, her first foul. And the first. Edinger sits down. Austin's back in the ball game now. I'm just double checking. There might be a third girl that's that big. And the Devils try to go inside, and it's tipped away. Forced pass on that one. Devils down by 4. Approaching 2 minutes left first half action. Stick around. Harris passed up a point-blank shot. Goes back out to the right side, no good.
Good rebound.
Yes, Jada Brown with it. I don't think if she'd have turned around, she'd have realized there was nobody between her and the basket. In the half-court set, 2 minutes left in the half. Nicholson hands it off to Hamby at the top. Skips over here to the left side. Quick on the three. Byquist misses.
Good rebound.
Strong rebound. Jada Brown, she went out and got that one. Gets the rebound and the putback.
It's Jada time.
Doing the work. You got that right. Devils down 2, 28-26.
She's been rather quiet for the first, 2 quarters almost.
And even when she's quiet, she's good. But, yeah, she's picking it up right there. Austin.
Travel.
They missed the travel. She took a big step. If she'd have done
took like 3 steps.
Yes, if she would have did the old, power step and hit both feet, she'd have been fine. But she did a little hop, skip, and jump.
Well, if she'd have put the ball on the ground. But she
that too.
That.
Yes, that's called a dribble. Anyway, Sterling's got the basketball on the perimeter. Harris all the way down the left block.
Good challenge.
Shot, no good. Rebound, Hamby for the Devils. down the far side. Byquist, I'm looking for a crossover. I thought maybe a crossover. She tried to just beat her.
She saved it, though. Good hustle.
Nicholson gets it left side behind three, and it's a foul. And that's just it. You fouled a three-point shot. Amanqua looks and says, what did I do? Her first, team second. More importantly, Chloe Nicholson to the line to shoot 1, 2, 3.
Well, sometimes when you're, challenging a shot like that, your coaches are like, yeah, you got to get up there and give it a good effort. Just a little bit off.
Well, and sometimes on those shots, what happens, Coach, as we see, we're catching the follow-through. You might clip a little hand on the follow-through, but definitely not like what's his name? I can't even remember who it was that was the good shooter from Class A who was getting 50 points a game at the tournament up in the State Farm. He had such a good job of being able to come down and make contact. Thank you. Make comment. Yes, went up to Parkside, I believe, after that.
Well, but, he was shooting from the volleyball line, too, with 2 people on him.
Yes, and we had 6 the Raiders had 6 players in double figures on that one. 1 out of 3 for Nicholson. Makes it a 1-point game. Deficit for the Devils.
That's all right. We'll take that all the time. They were good-looking shots.
Staying in that 1-2-2. Nicholson still at the point. Elliford's checked back in. She stays high with Longcourt at the high post. Of course, Longcourt slides down on that. Austin from outside. Misses a 3. We'll give her that one all day. Yep. Medemeyer didn't get the rebound, but she kept it alive, and that was a key there. Coach is even yelling no foul down here, and the double team came on Brown right away. JJ on the foul, her first. Team's third, both teams 3 for 3. Nobody really threatening the double bonus with 43.8, but a little full court pressure. Medemeyer to the middle of the court. Brown stops, good job. Medemeyer now drives in. Medemeyer has it knocked away. Good idea, and she got into the paint about 6 feet from the basket.
Well, I tell you what, I'd have rather seen her pull up for the little open wide 12-footer instead of, going up against the 6'3" girl down driving at her.
Brown gets another rebound for the Devils.
Good pass ahead.
Hamby. And Hamby gets bailed a little bit, but it was a foul. She was losing her balance.
Got bodied
and the girl
up.
Got up inside, yep.
Bodied up.
We just talked about that. Once you got her, you don't need to body up like that. And for James, it's her 3rd foul.
That's going to be tough for Sterling because that girl can shoot the basketball.
That's Jocelyn James, by the way. She's got 2 threes and 8 points in the first.
Longcourt
from the right side. Good! Using Jada Brown with the screen. Longcourt hits her 2nd 3. Check that, her 3rd 3.
Okay, let's get a stop here, girls.
Devils on a 9-point run. Take a 2-point lead.
Let's get a stop here.
And thank you, Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road.
Yeah, good job.
Good rebound. I thought it hit the shot clock to end the half, but look at that. The Devils start off, and they will run, after that last one, 9 straight points off to take it into the half, up by 2. Pretty good close on that one.
Oh, great closing by the Blue Devils the last, 2 minutes of this quarter. Played smart basketball, did not turn it over, took advantage of the wide open looks and nailed them.
Halftime here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. That's Quincy High School Gymnasium. As I separate them, they're both Blue Devil Gymnasium. As it's halftime, Devils lead 30-28. We're back with the halftime show on Mecca Sports Co.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic.
At Blessing Health, Our podiatrists and podiatric surgeons understand the importance of getting you back on your feet. When you experience foot or ankle pain or injuries, our team of experts is dedicated to restoring your mobility and relieving your pain. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
Back at Quincy High, we're having some fun over here. Luckily, we didn't come back too quick as we ran a few ads there. Is the halftime shoot, and he made the first one at the layup, made the free throw, made the top of the key, and had 5 attempts with 1 off the back of the iron for half court. And did you say, Jakai, you knew who that was? Taj? Oh, thank you there. Taj Gay was out there. Now, is that Gayla's brother? Layla's Gale. Yeah, thank you. I'm sure there's a Gayla somewhere, too. Oh, there is. A Quincean. Oh, yes.
Look who we got shooting now.
And that is, by the way, that's Morgan Weiss. She was a heck of a player here at Quincy High. On the first, she's shooting out here. We'll give a little play-by-play while she's here. And Morgan hits the free throw. She's got to put it all together. From the land of 3. Oh, just off the front of the iron. Oh, man. 2 of them off the front. They both look great. Looking over there to see if BL3 is over there giving any encouragement. There it is from the top. 16 seconds left. We're making the call in the halftime shoot-around. I love it. Here she goes for the good one. Oh, off the front of the iron. 9 seconds left. Give us a little help there.
There we go.
We got fans jumping in on this one. Second one up. Just off. And she goes, you know what? That's a long way. And that'll go in. Nice job by ML1. She's the first. And, of course, the Loncourt family, very talented as well. Her dad, her husband, was a good little player. And then he does a lot of the workouts for the Devils and stuff, and he's been really a key behind the scenes on that. So
well,
good job.
I mean, you can tell, like, the girls and how they've developed, over the, with, Molly Loncourt and, Jada Brown. Hopefully we can get Nicholson on the same regiment, and get her a little bit stronger. They're going to be something to watch here in the future.
Yeah, and looking out, we got celebrities here today. Lonnie Lemon, I know he can't hear us. He did earlier. Lonnie Lemon's in the house. He's, of course, out in Arizona, living in the Ray Howman neighborhood, and I got a feeling they're back for the John Spring funeral. John, a very good friend of all theirs at Notre Dame and the city. We mentioned it again last night. We do want to send out another special note on that as well. So here's the way the first half started off here. 9 points from Sterling right off the bat. 3-6-9. That's how quick you go. I'm sure there's a rhyme with that, isn't there? 3-6-9, the 10 time. I'm going to get that for you next time, and I'll give it to you, folks. Somebody out there right now is rattling that off. Devils called a timeout with 5:09 left in the first. Came back out with a three-pointer of their own. Traded baskets back and forth, but closed with the last 4 points of the first quarter. Down only by 4, 16-12. Devils came out with a 3 to start off the second quarter. After giving a couple free throws up, they come back, hit 4 more points. Now up 19-18 with 6:48 left in the first half. Timeout was called by Sterling, and a good timeout, too, with 6:48, as the next 7 points are going to be run off by Sterling. They'll take a 25-19 lead. So in basically 3 minutes, they went from the 6:48 mark to the 3:59 mark. Timeout, Brad Dance. Trade a basket of both. Devils hit the three-pointer. Or no, check that. Sterling hit the three-pointer. Up 28-21. Devils go next 9 points in a row. Close out the half. Up 30-28.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. This game's been one of ebbs and flows. With runs here and then runs back and runs again. It's 30-28. It's a 2-point game. I think we're going to have the same thing in the second half. You're going to have teams getting hot, hit a couple 3 in a row, and then, you just got to focus and, take care of business on each trip, offensively and defensively to be successful in this game.
Indeed. We'll take a quick break here. Come back. We're just talking about maybe the longer cord might need an extra second delay here, and so we're going to try to fix that while we're at it. It's halftime. Devils lead 30-28, and we'll be back with the second half action after we do a little bit more fun at halftime here from QHS Gymnasium. This is Mecca Sports Co.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. and you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So.
Back to action here. Sorry about that if we had a little delay on our ads there as I was trying to do a little work here and trying to do some technical stuff. Longer cord, sometimes a delay, so hopefully you're picking that up back on track there. Well, I tell you what, the Devils, and maybe that's the key. As we get into the lull and start giving up points, our broadcast starts to slow down, and then when we get back in it, it kicks back up. Not the thing. So we got a first half. We're up by 2. I tell you, we knew Sterling was going to be good. And the big key, as we mentioned before the game, anytime we're playing in the Western Big Six, protect your home court, win those games, and then get as many as you can out there on the road. Now, the boys, they're going to try to sweep everybody this year. Everybody should be trying to do that, quite honestly. Yeah. But they have realistic, aspirations
well,
to do
there's
that.
2 teams on the boys' side in the Big Six that think that they can sweep it, and that's Moline and the Quincy High boys. Everybody else is playing for third, basically.
To some degree, yes. And maybe Rocky or somebody will spark a little bit. They've always been in the hunt too, but and there's no secrets there. That's basically the preseason. Coaches know it.
Yeah.
We've heard it the last couple of years. They said, when's Longcore and Thomas and Clay ever going to graduate? We didn't tell them we have them on an engineering program.
Well,
they get 2 more years after this, and then 6 years, and then we'll do the porthole or whatever they call it now. And then you also have your eligibility for COVID, so you get to play 10 years now.
Well, it's going to be one of those things. The girls, though, I like what I see so far. They've been very resilient. A lot of teams, when you're down 9-0, after the first 3 minutes, a lot of teams are going to, curl up and not come out after it. The Blue Devil girls bounced back and got after it, tied it up. They went back ahead. We went back ahead. I think we're going to have a back-and-forth game in the whole second half.
Well, I noticed one thing with our team, and again, it might be boys and girls. They just have composure. One thing they do out here, they get down. You don't see their faces change. You don't see emotion. They're really on an even keel, and that's what you want out of a basketball team. The peaks and valleys are wonderful, but the problem is in peaks and valleys, you're up and down. When you can play a normal, state, that's the head game. Whether it's grade school to high school to college if you're fortunate enough to play pro, the game is there, but a lot of times it's between the ears, and I've mentioned that a few times already this year.
Yep.
So, second half getting ready to head off here. Head off. It's not heading anywhere. It's heading right here. As I'm checking the starting lineup for the Devils, same way they started the game. Longcore and Hamby at the guards. We'll have Nicholson, Brown, and Medemeyer working left to right in this half. Longcore works left side, right side, check it. Using a little screen and roll. Brown does come off it in the short corner. Lost it, but she stepped on the line, and an unforced turnover there. Devils will give it up. On the other side, Austin, the big girl, still inside. JJ, that's Jay James. She's in there. Jocelyn James is as well with 3 fouls. Nia Harris. And rounding out that lineup is Lely Awanka. Left corner, Devils staying in that 1-2-2 with Nicholson at the point. Hamby and Longcore at the elbows. That's the high post, folks. We'll give you a little education, a little Webster Dictionary, Wellman Dictionary of basketball. Left side three-pointer, and good. Starting up about the way they started the game. And that was JJ. She hits her 3rd 3 of the ball game. Takes over the lead, 31-30 for Sterling, just starting off the second half. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. Lekai Castleman on the camera. Shot no good. There's Brown right there, and that was probably the best thing that could have happened since it didn't catch any rim. It came right to Jada without being diverted somewhere else. Up easy with the rebound and put back. Nicholson wasn't quite there in time. Amanka takes it left side into the left corner. That was Jocelyn James. Comes back out here to JJ. She's got the pink shoes, takes it, pulls up, partially blocked by Hamby. Nice job. Ball is tipped, then comes back to Hamby, so she gets the rebound after the tip deflection. In transition, Medemeyer right in there. Brown, oh, and Jada's ran off the rim again, just off the front. A little too much bounce in that ball.
That's got to be her third one, I believe.
At least. Nicholson got the steal. Down the left side is Loncourt. Lobbing it down to Medemeyer. She saves it. Luckily, Loncourt goes over and tracks it down. Reset to the left side. Loncourt will bring it to the middle. Jocelyn James on her, all the way to the right arch. Top of the key, Medemeyer. She's going to go inside, and that's a line drive.
Tough angle on that pass.
Yeah, that if there's nobody in between you and Jada Brown is good. But you got to give a little air, and yes, a little air gives Austin a time, but Austin on that play was on the opposite side.
Well, and Jada had two gals on her too, so, get it down to the corner and get a better passing angle going in.
That Devils did that real good job the other day, making that extra pass or two. Sterling in the half-court set going against the Devils 1-2-2. On the left wing, you got that right, that's JJ. Austin setting a screen, sliding a little bit, but nice screen out high. And then nobody picks up the drive. The bad thing is nobody picked up the rebound. Flips it back out. Jocelyn James, her shot comes up front. Loncourt gets the rebound. She'll outlet to Nicholson, cross the timeline. Nicholson, hesitation crossover, into Medemeyer. Medemeyer with a great step in. Austin didn't see her and went right by her for the bucket.
Nice look by Nicholson on the pass.
And Chloe, if you notice, as she was coming down the court, she had her head up as she was dribbling. Even with that between the legs, she was watching her players and where they were at. JJ taking it around Austin. Right side. That's Amanka. Amanka over here to Jocelyn James. Bounces it inside. Harris. Her shot was blocked from behind, but Nicholson blocks it, and it goes right to Austin. She's got 6.
That was a good job on the defensive end by the Lady Blue Devils, making the three-point shooter put it on the ground and go to the basket. Threw him just off.
Just bad luck on that one after you block a shot and it ends up going right to the big girl on the other side.
Well,
Loncourt tried to bring it out in front. Austin blocks the shot, and then, of course, what happens after that? You try to reach in, and Miley commits the first foul of the second half. It's her second foul. First foul of either team in the second half. Substitution. Olivia Gibson checking in. That's Jocelyn James checking out with those 3 fouls, so good time to get her out. Cameron Byquist checks in. Hamby checks out for Quincy High. Not sure if Bob Lowry is here today. We gave him a shout out, and of course, his daughter said, "Thank you. Dad heard you." The top of the key. Gibson's going to take a 3. Nobody was there. Brown, though, is in there for the rebound, but then as she's falling down, JJ picks it up for Sterling. Around the perimeter. Almost a travel there by Gibson. Back to the top where Austin's at. Again, we talk about giving her that shot. Bounce pass inside, and Loncourt was there, threw a leg out. It did just enough distraction that Harris couldn't get it and lost the ball.
Once again, making the three-point shooters put it on the ground and drive, is not turning out very well for Sterling.
Jada Brown with a turnaround. Nice job from 6 to 8 foot out there in front of the basket. She's got great spin moves, I'll tell you what.
Well, she started out about 17, 18 foot from the basket. Couple of dribbles, good spin move, wide open look, nailed it.
Here's Austin flashing from the high post. She's got away with 2 travels. That one wasn't as bad as the first one. Nicholson came down to help, which was nice for the block shot, but she's whistled for the foul. Chloe's first, second team. But yeah, the first one was really a hop, skip, and a jump. This one, a little more slow and deliberate. Austin has 3 buckets, hit 2 in the first quarter. Gave her a shot from outside earlier from the land of 3. As we all try to be quiet, one good fan does a nice shout. Now, let's put it this way. People who are shooting free throws really aren't distracted by that. They're focused on the game and what's inside the line. On that, sometimes we just kind of say, did you really do that? Second free throw is good. So 1 for 2 from her, 3 in this half, 7 for the ball game. Full court pressure being applied. Devils lead 36-34. Into the front court, Byquist. She's got Austin right in front of her. Looked at her for a second, then picked the ball up.
There you go, right there.
Into Brown. Brown inside, had the shot blocked by JJ. I'll tell you what, she's not tall, but she knows where to go, and she came out in front of Brown to block that shot, so she didn't get into her body. And now you send her out, JJ out, and put Jocelyn James back in, so JJ for JJ. Devils under their own basket. Nicholson gets it right side. Longcore in the short corner. Turns around, shot, no good. Austin gets the weak side rebound. Nicholson was right there. Slapped it away. Last touch by the Blue Devils. 3:28 left third quarter action. Good ball game here today. 36-34. Tonight, of course, we'll be over at Blue Devil Gymnasium for the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Warriors from Deerfield. Should be a great matchup. 7 o'clock, 6:45 for the pregame show. Around the perimeter, driving all the way into the basket. Partially blocked, but I'll tell you what, they let Amankwa just basically have her will on that dribble.
Well, somebody's got to have to step up and stop that. Because, I mean, she drew through 4 of them.
There was one screen in that blocked one of our players, but the other couple got to come up and help. Tied 36-36, 3 minutes left, third quarter action. Oh, and a great spin move there, but a long pass trying to hit Brown over Austin. Austin stole it. Jocelyn James comes in off the glass. She stopped and popped on that one. 5 straight points from Sterling, who leads by 2 now. Jada Brown's going to bring it up. She'll hand it to Nicholson. She'll go down and set up. Yeah, the long passes and forcing them is what we don't need. See, now right there is a double team, basically, as Harris is there and also Austin. Now Brown uses the screen, gets around Harris. Harris commits the foul. Harris is sliding in a little bit when she's working hard. Here's the second foul, and that is only the first foul of Sterling in the second half.
Well, and they're keeping the big girls not guarding Jada, so the big girl's able to come and help out, you know, when she starts to drive.
Yep, that's what you got to be aware of where she's at when you make that great dive and you beat somebody.
Well, 2-3, and she's right there in the middle.
Nicholson flashes down, throws it to Medemeyer, and right through a little bit more zip on that one. You want to zip a ball, maybe not that hard.
Not when you're that close.
Exactly, 2:17 left in the third quarter. Devils find themselves down 38-36 right now. Interesting corner. Devils built up a 3-point lead, 36-33, and given up the last 5 points to Sterling.
Game of runs.
On the perimeter there, Austin trying to work high-low post with 4 around here.
Oh.
Medemeyer does a great job of stepping up, but then the ball goes right to Harris. Harris misses it. Here comes Byquist from the high post down to get the rebound.
Good rebound.
Love to see her hitting the boards, whether she's on the low block or she's up high and flashes down low. Speaking of flash, she goes to the right side. Looked inside, back to the top. Jada Brown's at the top of the key. Hands off to Nicholson, who had the ball knocked into the back corner. It was tipped. Gibson tipped it. And actually, Amankwa tipped that one. On the right side, skip back to the left. Longcore takes a quick 3. Good. Hit a little iron on there, but rattled in. She's got 4 trays on the night. And that would still be the daytime. We haven't hit night yet. 39-38. Devils regain the lead with 1:29 left in the third. So, by the way, too, that is brought to you by Woodmart Building Center.
Yes, it was.
We have a couple games where we had a lull from teams not scoring any threes, and when it rains, it pours.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be Morton Salt, by the way, and they're not a sponsor. Here it is on the right side. Gibson skips over left side. Lobbed it down. Harris on the block. She's got Brown on her. Brown's playing mean D, and she tried to force one to Austin. Nicholson stopped up, but then an outlet pass is taken away. Jocelyn James, I tell you, James gets around the court. Both of them do. I would say you would tic-tac, but you can't really have a tic-tac foul. It's a foul, it's a foul. Nicholson, her second. Third team foul in the third quarter. 1:10 left in the quarter. I did say that last year about tic-tac, and so I had to get a little pack of tic-tacs because Rick Gingerberger and I talked about it, so I sent him a pack of tic-tacs. On the perimeter, Byquist is out there. Good job by Byquist, forced the pass. Gibson almost missed it. Coach didn't like that and wants to call the timeout. We'll keep it right here, though. Only a 30-second timeout, so 1:01 left in the quarter, 39-38. Devils by 1. And this is pretty well the matchup we expected.
Yep.
We didn't know a lot of what Sterling brought back this year, but we have watched the earlier scores. Good-looking ball team here, and especially when you've got Amankwa, even Gibson comes in, and both the James on the perimeter. Then you got the big girl Austin is pretty impressive stuff. So,
well, they got the big girl in the middle, and you got 3 or 4 3-point shooters that they do a great job of, getting the ball in the paint to start with and then kicking it out. Now, what the Lady Blue Devils have done in the second half, they've went out and guarded the 3-point shooters, made them put the ball down on the ground and take it to the hole, and they're not as good at handling the ball as they are at shooting the ball.
Out of the timeout, it will be Sterling basketball right in front of us. Olivia Gibson will trigger for the Devils. Hamby Ellifritz is in the game. Nicholson, Byquist, and Brown. Austin gets the ball, top of the key. She passes up the 3. Ellifritz comes in, and you're fighting a 6'1" girl. What we needed to see there, slide over, get in the body, and maybe take a charge.
Yep.
There's no way you're going to block that shot.
Well, just make her put the ball on the ground, and a challenge 10, 12-footer, that's good defense with her.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good D stand, and we did make her, either go take the 3-point shot or take it to the hole. But you're between her and the basket. No need to jump up. And that's just a helpful tip there. Steve Stone would say for all you young players out there, so we used to hear him all the time. 1 for 2 from Austin from the line. She's 2 for 4 from the line. 8 points in the game, 4 in each quarter. Or 4 in each half, 39-39. Good pass from the right side, Brown. And slashing from the left side is Byquist. She gets the bucket. Brown gets the assist. Boy, that was a good stuff there. You get those two running the floor. There it is on the floor. Austin has it at the high post. She wants to get out of there with it. Jocelyn James into the left corner. Gibson fires the 3, no good. But on the weak side, tracking the ball down as it hit the floor, was Sterling. Down to 24 ticks. Flashing in. Loncourt came in, got lucky. She was straight up, but she got lucky leaving the ground that she didn't call for the foul. Brown got the rebound. Loncourt has it in the backcourt with 14 ticks left in the third quarter.
All right, let's get into the play. We got 10 seconds. Let's go.
Byquist inside to Brown. Brown strong with the left hand. Good. Byquist with the assist. Brown with another bucket. 43-39. Devils lead by 4. And too late for the last second shot. And we have played 3 here at Quincy High Gymnasium. It's your Blue Devils 43 and the Golden Warriors 39. Back for the fourth quarter right here on
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
We get ready for the fourth quarter action here. Having some fun over here. 43-39, Devils lead by 4. And a good run at the end of the quarter. It was 39-39, and we get that big key 4-point run there.
Well, it starts on the defensive end, pushing the ball, making good passes, hitting the open gal, slice it to the hole. If we keep doing that and keep doing what we're doing on the defensive end, I think we can come away with this one, but we're going to have to keep taking care of business.
Fill those lanes on there and keep hitting it, like Byquist and Brown on that one. It was awesome. Starting off the quarter, we got Byquist at the point of the 1-2-2. Nicholson and Hamby at the high post, low post, Loncourt and Brown. Putting a little speed in there up at the point. I like that, and putting Nicholson down a little bit. Standing on the line, the three-pointer no good because it was a two-pointer. Nicholson had a hold of it. Oh, my. Jocelyn James knocked it out of Nicholson's hand, and they give it to Sterling. That's one thing, strength. Chloe's going to have to get stronger and grab it with two hands strong. Guards will come down and get it.
Once again, she's what, a 13, 14-year-old freshman?
That's why they go home and listen, so that's why we're making that tip there. JJ from the corner, no good.
Good box out by Molly.
Yep, and then Nicholson tracked it down in the corner. Long pass to Hamby. Well, Hamby in the trailer, 22-foot, right off the front of the iron. Maybe just a step back from Loncourt's, but it was a nice shot. She liked it. And then the defense stepped in, got the jump ball, one we had a lot of the other night. And
Sterling coach ain't very happy.
Well, that's down the other end. That's the thing, too. And the Devils get the ball back. Nicholson gets it on the right wing. Man-to-man still coming from Sterling.
There we go.
Hamby, drives the hole. Hamby got knocked off balance, but I think it was her own drive. It wasn't Austin on that one. She's intimidating just being there.
Well, 5'8", 5'9", versus 6'3", that ain't going to work out too well underneath the basket.
Left corner, JJ's back in the game, her fourth three-pointer.
Need to find out where she's at. Make sure you, like I say, have her put it on the ground and go.
Tag her and follow wherever she goes. Down to the concession, to the bathroom. There's two or three of these girls on that. And stretch out our 1-2-2. In the left corner, Hamby fires from three. No good. Weak side. Byquist. Oh, and Brown from behind, and she got it to Byquist after stealing it from Austin. Byquist did a little double pump in there, and that was just enough to get Austin called for the foul. Nice job there. Byquist will go to the line. She was 0 for 2 in the first quarter on the line for Austin.
Was her second? Her
first foul. The big girl. Hey, I tell you what, if you can play inside, of course she's playing a lot of help defense, but if you can play inside at that height and only have one foul a minute and a half into the fourth quarter, you're playing some pretty good ball.
So what are we from the free throw line? I mean, it seems like we've missed a few here.
Well, Jada's been 3 for 3, and we've had Nicholson at 2 for 3. We've missed Byquist went 0 for 4, so she just missed the second one as well. Refocus, that's all right. Get a steal, take it down for an easy layup.
Well, and she shoots better than that, too.
Yes, she does. Devils in that 1-2-2, Byquist at the point. Left side, JJ. Hamby does come out. You got it. Picks her up right away. Follow those pink shoes.
Well, that's what I mean.
Austin faked the shot because Byquist was there. See, Byquist falls down in that high post, too, to stop her.
Yep.
Good job on the perimeter. 6 minutes and 12 seconds and counting left in the ball game. Jocelyn James from the left side. No good from 3. Forced her out just a little bit farther. And good hustle by Harris and James. What you got to realize as a teammate there, if you're both going for it, one stop. That way the other one can save it to the other one that's both right there.
Well, and the Blue Devils have to do a better job on those long shots, making sure on the weak side you put a body on somebody.
Devils with a 1-point lead inside 6 minutes of this one here at Quincy High. Longcourt setting the offense. Man-to-man from Sterling still behind the back. Hand checks 2 or 3 right there. And that made Miley pick the basketball up. But this time JJ gets called for it, her second of the ball game. Good defense. Like I said, nothing wrong with hand checks as long as the player is not making a move and you're deterring her path. I have no problem with checking where a player's at, and that's the key there. Talking and have those hands out. Nicholson from the right side, between the legs, into the corner. There it goes inside. Oh, and a great step through. Brown's, it came off, but she went right by Austin. Austin, I thought that she was going to go one-on-one. She went flying right by her. In transition. Luckily, James handled it. Into the right corner. Shot was no good. Shooting that was Amankwa. But on the weak side, Longcourt was caught behind. Nothing you can do when you're behind, and maybe that's a good foul just because you didn't give up an easy layup. Third foul on Miley. Fourth quarter, the first for the Devils. 2 on the other side for Sterling. And that's just point blank there. Austin ain't going to miss that one when she gets the ball in bounds. Regaining the lead here. Sterling, 44-33, 5:15. Longcourt starts the drive. Longcourt had an idea about maybe getting fouled and put it up, but did not get the foul. Luckily, Kate Medemeyer just in the game. And Coach wants to talk about this one. With 5:08 left in the ball game. It's the Sterling Golden Warriors 44, the Quincy High Blue Devils 43. And we're back with more on MeccaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, they'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7774 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Back to action, doing a little jamming here. I'm doing my Caddyshack Gopher dance.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The bands that we have playing here and over at Blue Devil Gymnasium, I don't think you're gonna get any better.
Well, all the high school bands are good. Let's give compliments to them, but the Blue Devil bands are great. And last week it was the alumni band helping out, the pep band. We're back to action. Devils have the basketball, down 1. Longcourt with the basketball. It's Longcourt, Byquist, Medemeyer, Nicholson, and Brown. And they're going to call Brown on the
kind of stuck her knee out a little bit there.
And again, we saw it on the other end a couple times, but it's been less noticeable. For Jada, her first foul of the game. How about that one, Coach? She's played a heck of a game and only 1 foul. So both the big girls doing an excellent job of playing without fouling. Starting with the basketball in the half-court set. James down to James.
Good closeout by Jada.
Coming through the lane. There's Austin. It's going to the floor. Nicholson tries to reach down. Can't get it. But it was last touched by Nicholson. I think the official was thinking about going the other way.
Yeah, he pointed the Blue Devil ball first, and then he's like, oh, no, that wasn't right.
And you don't want Nicholson hitting the floor there. That would have been a good thing for a guard to get on the floor, but she's a guard, by the way, too. Starting with the basketball. Jocelyn James gets picked up by Loncourt at the top. Skipped over to the right side. And back to the left side, Jocelyn James starts to drive baseline. Pulls up. Jada Brown was there. Long shot. Nicholson on the weak side. Scoots through her hands.
Once again, they did a great job of making her put it on. Oh, let's go for a
Medemeyer with a steal.
Yeah, oh.
And from behind, a block shot. And the reason that's a block shot is because when you're faster than the guys running down the floor, they're behind, so they can't just give a call.
Just a little bit more down to that corner. Then you go this way.
Back here to the action. Byquist out here. Inside to Brown. Brown turned, and right away when she turned, Harris was right there to grab a hold of the ball, and it got a jump ball situation. So 4:08 left in this one. Devils passed up a couple opportunities down the floor, and again, working on that rebounding. Got to get strong on it.
That's it right there. Good defense.
Job. Brown with a steal down to Nicholson.
Get in the
it's
middle.
a 2-on-4 though. Pull up. No good. Luckily, it went off the weak side. Loncourt was there for the 15-footer. We'll go nice pass on that one. A little bit quick on that one, especially with the 2-on-4, but trailers were nice. Devils regain the lead, 45-44. Back to the top. Jocelyn James runs. Tries to make a running pass. It wasn't there. Jada Brown closed. Now we got Byquist in a 2-on-1. Oh, and a good fake there. She was out of balance, though, and then Medemeyer gets it. Medemeyer got a rebound. It was a good idea by Byquist. She might have been better off as Sterling throws the ball away. On the 2-on-1, there was an avenue for a bounce pass to the opposite side. Instead, she did the ball fake, and it was a good ball fake. She switched sides, but she was outstretched a little bit. Full court pressure coming from the Devils. Loncourt across the timeline with a crossover. There's the bounce pass inside. Luckily, Medemeyer saved it.
Extra pass.
Comes back out to Loncourt. No good.
I thought that was it.
It was a great pass inside to begin with. Kate, who lost it, did a good job of tracking it down.
Once again, working inside out.
JJ in the left corner. 3, no good. Goes over the head of Austin. Chloe tips it Nicholson to Byquist. Inside 3 minutes. Devils with a 1-point lead, 45-44.
Let's run a good set and get a good shot here.
Back to the top of the key. Medemeyer. She says get it to a guard. It comes over at Loncourt right side. Back to Medemeyer. 15-footer, Kate, take
it. Get it. Oh.
All right. She doesn't, but that's okay. Take that shot.
Well, she's got to take that shot, so they have to come out and guard her and then open up other things underneath the basket.
Only thing I would do there is a little more arch.
Yeah.
That shot was about like her free throws and her passes. Everything's been a line drive and a little bit hard
well,
there.
She kind of hesitated. Was like, no, you catch that, you're open. You need to shoot the ball.
Now I will say this: as we have a quick timeout, we'll stay here. 2:30 left in the ball game, 45-44. Now what you don't want to do, as you're telling her in there, and you're telling her to shoot, you don't want her thinking. If she turns and she starts thinking, then the thought is pass the ball and give it up.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the minute you take a thought, you're out.
Well, and that's the thing. If she hits a couple of those shots, she's going to bring the 6'3" girl out to have to guard her. At the free throw line. That's going to open up the back door. That's going to open up the layup. So, I mean, she's got to be able to step up with confidence and hit that shot.
And you get a little, tentative because you're not. I mean, she's a scorer. She can score.
Oh,
but she's got so many scorers around her. So she's really unselfish. She basically is a senior, and she wants to fill her role. So what she wants is to give it up to better shooters. But guess what? As we just mentioned, Kate, if you don't take that shot, they're going to leave you out there by yourself.
Well, and that 6'3" girl's going to be standing down, around the dotted line where the the charge line is, and she's going to sit down there and clog everything up. If you bring her out, oh my goodness.
We come out of the lineup here. Sterling's basketball, JJ, Jocelyn James. That wasn't Gibson, that's Amanqua. In there with Austin, and in the sneaking around in this corner is Nia Harris trying to hide down here. For the Devils in that 1-2-2, Byquist at the top with Loncourt and Nicholson. Down low, Medemeyer and Brown. Into the left corner. Harris starts to drive. Brown with a good job of checking her there. And
called her out of bounds.
And now that was timing because she was going to hit the out of bounds line before Jada did the check. But it could have been easily called a foul.
Oh, yeah.
But
we are in the Global Gymnasium.
There you go. I was going with you there, Coach. Brown to Longcore. Man-to-man still being pretty staunch out here by the Golden Warriors. Right side Byquist. Starts to make a drive. Crossover dribble brings it out. Medemeyer into the right corner. Good ball movement there. Keep the ball moving. Longcore comes around a screen. Takes it down left corner. Backs it out. Inside 2 minutes.
Good patience by the Blue Devils. Good patience.
On the left side, Medemeyer now. High post Brown. Looking. Oh, we waited too long to throw that ball to her. We were thinking too much. Get the thinking out of the head. React. Austin inside. Oh, and Medemeyer, great job. I'm going to tell you what. I'll take the foul, but Medemeyer did a great job of going straight up on that one and getting a piece of the ball. Her second foul, team's third. And I'll put Austin at the 15-foot mark, aside from the 2-foot mark or the 4-foot mark. Trying to look through the foul. Austin connects on the first one. She's 3 out of 5 today on the afternoon. And we're tied back up, 45-45, 137 left in this one. Stick around, we got the Hardy's post-game show. Coach's comments with Kunis, and also our player of the game by Freiburg Insurance. And there's Brown tracking it down. Good job. And JJ all game long plays physical.
And she's a very physical gal.
Yeah, but good physical.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's going to body up, and you ain't going to get by her.
Third team foul. That was her third foul as well.
And she can shoot the heck out of the ball, too.
Full court pressure. Look at that. She's just waiting. Brown goes, he takes it coast to coast, and now Austin has to come up. Now, here's your problem there if you're Austin. Coach even says, just go straight up and let her take the shot and rebound. You know, you're already 6'3", but instead Brown does a good job of into her, and she'll have 2. For Austin, only her second foul of the ball game.
That was definitely a collision.
And 2 of the big 2 players on the floor.
Yes.
Now, the other key was that's the 4th team foul. So with 1:29 left, Devils are shooting everything with a double bonus. First miss by Jada at the free throw line. Things have rattled a little bit, and I don't know if the ball has a tendency that way. It's a little different look this year. And there we go. Second one is good. Devils regain the lead, 46-45. 1:25 left. Starting with the basketball. Devils in that 1-2-2. Ball around the left side. Amankwa. Amankwa doesn't know where to go. Top of the key. There's Brown. Our Austin.
Travel.
Austin spun. Austin shot. Oh, nice spin move there. Good job by the Devils coming up, and good help there by Brown.
I thought we had a little travel on that one, to be honest with you.
That was her best move of all 3 that we thought there was one.
Oh, yeah.
Brown across the timeline. Inside a minute here. Devils are down by 1. Right side Byquist. Oh, and it drives right by. She does the bubble pump again, but Austin this time gets too far into the rim. In transition, Amankwa getting caught in the corner. Longcore and Nicholson are there. And coach bails them out with a timeout back here. I still think players ought to call the timeout, but that's the game. So 43.5 seconds left here. 47-46. Devils are down by 1. The ball's going to go all the way in the far corner, and that's where the trap was to begin with.
That's a very tough inbounds pass to get in.
I'm still a believer there. I like the old school where players had to call it because you can get the quick. But in the game, it's cool enough that coaches are allowed to call. But like on that one there, player would have never got that called in time.
No.
It would have been out of bounds or a jump ball. And so good stuff out there. 43.5. Good afternoon here at Blue Devil Gymnasium on the high school side. That's QHS senior. Did they call it senior 2 or just senior? Was it 1 and 2 when you first started?
It used to be senior 1 was over there, senior high 2 was over here. You know, we had when we first started the freshmen and sophomores were at senior high 1 where the Blue Devil boys play, and then juniors and seniors were over here.
There we go, back in the 70s. 43.5 left. 47 for Sterling, 46 for the Blue Devils. Sterling with the basketball. JJ, Harris, Jocelyn James.
Need to get a stop here.
Amankwa and Austin in for Sterling. Devils come back with Hamby. So it's Hamby, Byquist, Nicholson, Brown, and Longcore. Oh, a little quicker there on that one. That was a cross-court pass. Byquist just behind
You got to get out and pressure the ball. 30 seconds.
Almost get a 5 call on that one. Tighten up a little bit there. Jocelyn James goes into the high post. It comes back out to JJ.
Who they gonna foul? Because they ain't gonna shoot if they don't have to.
And a lot of good shooters too. So who do you pick? Oh, wait a second. You get a 5 call. Now see, that's what I hate when you're playing good defense for 3 or 4 seconds, then you foul. Just give it time to play out.
Well, now they can go to the line. So we got to either, if we don't get a steal, we got to foul right now.
Both teams with 4 fouls, double bonuses the rest of the way out. So no bonuses like the old days. Wow. Hamby was down there, and Loncor was coming down to set the trap. Madeline got a little excited and came into the foul, so heading to the line will be Amankwa. She's going to shoot 2. Hamby, her 3rd. Check that 4th foul now. Double bonus for everybody on the way out. 15.1 left in this game. Screen out. Now, this is back in the days of the 1-on-1 because you would have a possibility of a missed shot and you get the basketball. Now you automatically get 2, which pretty well sets you at ease to begin with, because if you miss the first, you still got another one.
Now let's make sure we box out, get the rebound here. Even if it, if it goes in, we got to push it down. I would say to half court, call timeout, set a play up, because you're going to need a 3 if this one goes.
Second one up. It's up high, no good. Brown gets the rebound. Down by 2, 15 seconds. Byquist pushing it in. Lost the handle on it. Quick but right call.
Jump ball.
Byquist lost the handle. Austin got it but left it down around her waist, and Byquist came and put a hand on top. Now that's a quick one. In the old days, you wrestled that dang thing away.
Oh, yeah.
And until you pulled it away, nobody was going to give it to you. As Mel Tappy would have said, I know Jim Humbert always likes that, Byquist wrestles it away from Austin. 8.8 seconds left in this one. Devils down by 2, 48-46. Brad Dance has drawn it up. Now, obviously,
let's see what he pulls out of his hat here, because, are you going to go for the, screen, the slip, for a layup, tie the game, or are you going to go for that 3-point shot to win the thing?
And I think, too, one of those is, well, first of all, it's whatever's there, but at home, more times than not, you would get the 2 and take it to overtime because you're at home.
Yeah.
Generally. But if there's a good look for a 3, that's a great way to close a game, too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things to where, whatever's open, if you get a 3-point shooter out there with a good-looking look, do it. Or if you can get Jada coming off of a screen and slipping, and you can get her at the hole for an old-fashioned 3 to win the game.
Here's your problem. Loncor's been the only one to hit the 3s, so they're going to cover her. Even though Hamby's a good shooter, Loncor's going to pass it in. She's going to get a screen and step back out for a shot. But they'll be watching her because she's hit 4 threes today. Loncor triggers the box out of bounds play.
Oh, there we go.
Nicholson inside.
Foul.
And a block shot from behind, was it not? It wasn't Austin that blocked it. It was one of the shortest players that blocked that one from behind. And on the far side, they're saying straight up. How do you go straight up at 5'7" and block a 6'1" shot? Now, let's refocus, and Coach will do this. Well, he'll go ahead and say something. We only lost 2.5 seconds.
Last timeout called by the Blue Devils, so they don't have any timeouts left. So, whatever we draw them now, going to have to be precise and get your good look.
That was not a bad look.
No, that was a great look.
The only thing probably was she came around. She needs to head more to the block. She kind of flared out just a little bit to the short corner, but she was still coming to the basket, and the block was from behind. That's an automatic.
Oh, yeah.
Nicholas can pull it off. I mentioned Kim Hessing for years. They can pull those things off, but most of the time, blocks from behind, we got a foul. But we get down to the last 6.3, 48-46, Sterling with the lead. Devils with the basketball.
We're going 4 flat here.
Flies out here to Brown. Brown over to Hamby. Looking. Back to Brown. Brown's going to fire a 3. Oh, rattles in and out. And that'll do it. Great look. I mean, a great look. Jada Brown fires up the 3. And I'm going to tell you what, that looked good. It rattled once. It rattled twice and popped out. But that's not a bad look at all, because you know Loncor, even Byquist and Hamby were all going to be covered. And it freed up Jada for a great look. Coach has got to be happy for the look, not happy for the result. But that means heading up there to Musgrove and getting a victory up there later in the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Losing the home games on the Big Six, you got to make up for it on the road.
Sterling, much improved team from last year. I missed them. Of course, that was that Saturday I missed. But they were a good-looking ball team, a lot of guards, and it's nice to have a big girl inside, which changes the complexity of the game. Well, stick around. Of course, we'll have the Hardy's post-game show. We'll have the Cunis coach's comments. He'll be up. We'll also have the player of the game brought to you by Freiburg Insurance Agency. But the final here, the regular portion of our broadcast, your score, it's the Sterling Golden Warriors 48 and the Quincy High Blue Devils 46. And, of course, you've been listening to Blue Devil basketball right here on Mecca Sports.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
In the event of a sudden, serious injury to your bones or muscles, our orthopedic trauma surgeons are equipped to care for your injuries and optimize your healing. You can get immediate orthopedic care at our Level 2 Trauma Center or Orthopedic Walk-In Clinic. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And welcome back to Quincy High School Gymnasium. Everybody's heading out here. They'll be ready for the second game. Go grab a bite to eat, enjoy some sunshine. It was a good one here. The Devils, of course, didn't like the results, losing 48-46. Had the last look on a 3-point shot that rattled in and out for Jada Brown, and that'll close it out. Devils now will fall to 4-2. Now 1-1 in the conference. On the 1-1, 2-1. Yeah, 1-1. Excuse me.
Yep.
No.
Well, because Alleman plays a few games earlier because they're in the 2A and they start, a week earlier than the 3A, I believe.
Yeah, I had to double check there because we had our first victory against Rock Island. We had our second against Geneseo. Yes, 2-1.
2-1.
I thought that was right. Golden Warriors, they will improve to 7-1 and 2-1 in the conference, so they are knotted up. They lost the first game of the year in the conference on a close. Was that a close one at all? No, Galesburg beat them 47-34 in that one, so shows you where Galesburg is at as well. Here's how this ball game looked. First 3 buckets of the game was Sterling. 1-2-3 up 9-0. Coach called a timeout. 5:09 left in the first. Devils brought it back within 3. Checked it. Then it was 5. Still within 4 at the end of the first quarter. Down 16-12. Second quarter, Devils got up 19-18. Timeout by Sterling at 6:48. Sterling called the timeout, and in the next 3 minutes, ran off the next 7 points and took a 6-point lead. But the Devils were not done at the end of the first half. They would run off the last 9 points, taking a 2-point lead into the halftime in the locker room. Third quarter, back and forth until that run where the Devils were up by 3, and it was a run of 5 points. Quickly, it was 38-36, but Devils came back. Last 4 points of the third quarter, leading by 4, 43-39. Fourth quarter started off where Sterling got the first points and took the lead. Devils got back up 46-45, but after a bucket and a free throw and down 2, it came down the last shot. And, of course, we already heard what it was in the analysis of it as well. Good-looking play. Both plays from out of bounds were good-looking plays, but the Devils lose on this one.
Wide open looks on both of them. I thought we, got a little bit of a raw deal on the first one with Chloe Nicholson going down. I thought she got fouled going to the basket. Second play we ran, wide open look for Jada from the 3-point line, rattled in and out. You can't ask for any better.
Indeed, I agree with you there on that. Coach is already flying up here, so we'll have a chance to talk to him and break this one down as well. So, of course, Coach's comments are brought to you by the Cunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. Well, we talked about shooters, Coach. They fired the first 3 threes of the ball game. We got down 9-0. Timeout by you, 5:09. Great timeout. We recouped in the first quarter, ended up only down by 4, 16-12. Let's start with the first quarter then.
Yeah, we talked about where they were going to set that high ball screen with the big girl and how we needed our point needs to stay attached to that girl so then the other wing doesn't get sucked in as well. And first 3 possessions we got sucked in and the girl got a wide open 3 on the baseline. So we made adjustments. The girls competed, so it was a good effort.
Yep, and at halftime, that's what I love. We were down by 28-21. We ran off the next 9 points. We take a 2-point lead in a half. So we've refocused. Third quarter, back and forth there a little bit. The last 4 points of the third quarter, we're up by 4. So that's right where we want to be. And we knew both teams, not only the Blue Devils, but the Golden Warriors are a good ball team. You come down to the very end there. We're down by 2. I thought both your plays that you called were awesome. First of all, we know Longcore might look for a 3. Do you go into Jada, who's going to get double teamed, or in that? Do you just work through your play? You ran a great play. Nicholson got down on the block. Could have maybe went straight instead of a little bit of an angle, but she got blocked from behind by a guard. And again, we can't see that, but we thought, was that a foul?
Yeah.
All right, we got to reset though. Great play was set up. Jada was set up for a wide open three. She's got the three. It was on, and it bounced off the rim. I mean, it was pretty much a rattle in there. So it was a good-looking shot. 2 good plays called, too.
Yeah, well, they executed very well down at the stretch. We wanted to run that first play to try to get Chloe on the block, which we did. We got a good look. And then the next one, I thought if we could get Jada out, that they would probably sag off her a little bit, which they did, and we were able to get a good look on that. So it worked out. We just didn't make the shot, But I told the girls they can't hang their heads. I mean, Jada, Chloe, and played 32 minutes each. Miley played probably about 30 or 29 and a half. But, so they played a ton of minutes, and I thought they did a good job. It was, one of those things. The free throw line's what killed us today. We missed 7 or 8 free throws, and we can't do that. Because, especially some of the girls that missed it today don't normally miss those. We got to clean up some offensive possessions where we got a little helter-skelter and weren't sure exactly what the heck we were doing, and I'll take blame for that. And we'll get better at that, and we'll get back on Monday and work at that. Yeah, we were on a roll in the first half. Jada got 3 for 3, as you mentioned, from the charity stripe. Nicholson was 2 for 3. Cameron missed a couple, and that's not like her as well. In that second half, we only got to the line 4 times, and we're 1 for 4. It just seemed like that softball, that new ball, just wanted to rattle and pop out. The shots look good, our form looked good, and that's the way basketball is. It is, and it's just one of those things. We got to knock down the free throws when we get the opportunity. And like I said, I thought for the most part the girls really competed well, so I was proud of that part. The execution's got to get a little better on the offensive end, though. And I thought, too, Cameron Byquist came off. Hamby got a couple fouls in there. I thought she did a good job, and she speeds stuff up as well. Now, when you change out of that, that means Medemeyer comes out. You don't have the low block, but that also means you can push Chloe down and someone else down to the low block as Cameron's out high, and you get Chloe at that high post. Yeah, the more we do this, we're experimenting with different options, and that's part of the season. It's a long season. We want to make sure that we adjust people around, get them in the right spots, give them the best opportunity, and we're going to continue to do that. We'll move them around. Kate's got to get a little bit more confidence and a little bit more under control when she catches that ball at the free throw line. We work on that shot every day, and she just rushes herself in the game, so she's got to get a little bit more under control, and we'll keep putting her in that spot, and then I like having Chloe down low, so it works both ways for us, so that's good. And you mentioned Kate too. She's a senior, so she always really wants to give the ball up. Yeah. And that's what Coach Pettit and I said. When you get that ball at the free throw line, if you're thinking, you better give it up, because if you're thinking, you're not going to be fluid, and that's what she did. And that next time she was like, well, I got to shoot this. I'm wide open. And yes, you do, because otherwise everybody drops off of you. But I'll take that shot from her, and one game here. Kate does too much good to even worry about something like that, but just the confidence to say, look, you're a senior. Go ahead and take control and do it. Yep. So, well, very cool there. Now we just turn around, get the rest of the weekend off, prepare for next week, and look forward to an exciting week, like you mentioned. Long season, lots of fun, lots of back and forth, and you got that right. So thanks for this one. And, of course, it was a good game. The only thing we'd like to have better was be on the top of this one, but you can't win them all, can you? Yeah, we can try. We can sure try. That's what you should. So thank you very much, Coach. All right, thank you. And, of course, that's Coach Brad Dance here, and his coach's comments are brought to you by QHS Auto Group. That's faith, family, and giving back. And like I said, I thought Coach called a couple great plays there on the out of bounds. You draw those up ahead of time. I know, Coach Pettit, you're very big on the kind of like Longo is for the, what do you call that, when the restarts? Yeah, restarts. In soccer, having those plays. You're the same way with basketball, having plays from certain parts of the court, certain times of the game, and having that whole – and working with that so that when you do call it out, it's not like on the side you're drawing it in the dirt like you would back in the old days on the backyard going, now you go here and you go here. You already know because you've worked it out and planned it. Well, I grew up with Coach Leggett, and, he was the wizard of out-of-bounds plays, whether it be full court, half court, three-quarter court, underneath the basket. We always had 4 or 5 different looks that we could do depending on what the defense would show you. And, and Coach Leggett used to always say, gosh, if you guys execute the out-of-bounds plays, that's another 6 points. So, it's one of those things to where drew up 2 great plays. Got 2 good looks. I thought we got a foul on the one. We got a wide-open 3 that rattled in and out to win the ball game. Nothing more you can ask. It's just – let's not. I thought we did a better job in the second half, making the 3-pointers instead of letting them catch and shoot.
making them, put the ball on the ground and drive. And I thought our defense the second half was much better. I think we gave them, 10 points each quarter, third and fourth quarter. On average, they got 20 points in the second half. If we continue to do that, this Blue Devil team is going to be very successful this year.
Indeed. Hey, we'll hear from QHS. Of course, they are our Coach's Comments sponsor. And when we come back, Coach Pettit and I will wrap it up right here after a beautiful day outside and a really good game in here. Devils lose by 2.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
And we are back here. Thank you, QHS, there, for the Coach's Comments. Now it's time for the Freiburg Insurance Agency. Yeah, I tell you what, Coach, I'm kind of mixed on this one. You know what? I'm gonna pick a duel, only because I don't do that a lot. But we love the way Miley Loncourt was in the game. She hit 4 threes. She had 14 points in the game. Again, Jada Brown, I could mention her every week, and she would make every game's player of the game. She had 15 points, probably up in double digits of rebounds a game. And she hits the 3, she's got it.
Yeah, well,
yeah. And that's not taking anything away. But our big problem right here is you had Loncourt, and she had 14, but Cameron Byquist off the bench. Byquist had 9 points, multiple steals, and deflections, and she was pretty impressive out there. So I'm going to go with a duel, Miley Loncourt and Cameron Byquist, our dual Freiburg Insurance Agency.
And, Cameron, she's basically the Energizer Bunny. I mean, she gets up there and, when she gets the ball on a rebound, she takes it out, goes, very aggressive. Love the way she played. And, Miley did a good job rebounding, passing the ball. She didn't turn the ball over very much today, too, which sometimes she can get into that mode. And, great choice.
I'll tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I didn't do the boxes yet. We'll do the boxes in the last rep, and we'll close out here. Back with more on the Hardy's post-game show after this on Mecca Sports.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7774. Go Devils.
The Blue Devil Gymnasium. That's the Quincy High Senior High Gymnasium out there. I knew Coach Byrne would be out there doing a little golfing, and he should for everybody else who can't. Hey, here's the box score the way it looks. First for the Blue Devils, Jada Brown led the Devils in scoring. She had 15. Miley Loncourt, 14 points. Cameron Byquist with 9. Those were your 2 players of the game, Loncourt and Byquist. 6 points out of Chloe Nicholson. 2 points from Kate Medemeyer. Madeline Hamby took some shots but didn't get as many shots out there, and she did get in some foul trouble. She did not score. Mia Elfritz, also in the game, did not score as well. For the Blue Devils, that's 46. The 48 for Sterling, they were led, and it was Madison Austin, but 13 points, but 9 of those came in the second half. And, of course, 3 of those from the free throw line. 12 points out of let's go to JJ, and we almost gave it to a sub who didn't get in there. Those 12 points are all 3-pointers. 4 trays from outside from Jay James. You drop down to 10 points from Jocelyn James. She hit 2 threes as well. 8 points out of Laylee Awanka. And she had and 3 points from Gibson off the bench. That was a 3-pointer. And then Nia Harris had 2 points. And you look at that in the first half, 6 threes given up. Check that, 7 threes. Yes, in the first half. Devils only gave up 2 in the second half. So they did bear down on the outside and made those girls pass the ball or get inside with a dribble.
Much better job defensively second half. And this is something that Coach can take, away from this game, and, because they're going to face other teams that are going to be out there firing threes too. You got to make sure that you make them uncomfortable, make sure they put it on the ground, get inside the 3-point line, and then, good things will happen, because when that happened tonight or this afternoon, they turned it over, they threw up a bad shot or tried to make a bad pass. So, good learning process here tonight. I think the Blue Devil girls are going to be they're on the right track to be very successful this season.
Well, we're glad you've been out there. We're going to get out and enjoy some sunshine, grab a bite to eat, and we're heading over 6:45 the pregame show right here as we'll have the Quincy High Blue Devils taking on the Warriors of Deerfield. Should be a great matchup if you can't make it out. Of course, we tell you, check right here, sit down on the couch, roll it up, put it on the TV. Maybe if you want to hear the old radio day, turn the TV off and just listen to us. Either way, we'll take it, and we'll love to have you here. But it was a good ball game. And for, of course, Mr. Castleman, also Mr. Pettit, Coach Pettit, I'm Jeff Wellman. The final score here at Quincy High, the Sterling Gordon Warriors 48, and the Quincy High Blue Devils 46. Of course, you've been listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.